Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for September 29th, 2014. It's currently 8:17 a.m. and it's a little cloudy out there as we have a disturbance developing over the Tennessee River Valley and moving towards the New Jersey coast for this afternoon. Temperatures range from the upper 50s to lower 60s over the interior and lower to mid 60s along the coast and in your urban areas of New York City and Philadelphia. This week is a transition week from above normal to near normal. Next week, well, that's below normal. But I'll get to that in just a moment. So this week is going to be one that's going to feature unsettled conditions. Not a washout in any way, shape, or form, but definitely a threat of showers here and there, variable to overcast cloud cover, and temperatures falling back to where we should be this time of year, basically in the upper 60s to lower 70s. As we transition to that more near normal weather pattern, we'll have to dodge a few showers to get there. So on the latest surface map, you can see we have one high pressure system over the southern mid-Atlantic. We have another disturbance over the Ohio River Valley. You have this disturbance off the southeast coast here, and then you have your strong cold front over the Great Lakes. This cold front will lose some punch as it's approaching the region by Wednesday, but still will be capable of spawning a nice little surface of low pressure off the New Jersey coast to produce some showers throughout the region. Not a major storm in any way, shape, or form, but a bit pesky, especially if you have any outdoor activities during the middle of the week. Then this high pressure comes in to save the day for Thursday and Friday before it gets very interesting on Saturday. On the radar, you can clearly see these showers developing over the southern mid-Atlantic, and what's going to happen is that as this disturbance hits the coastal waters here off of New Jersey, Delaware, and Maryland, an area of low pressure will spawn, and these showers will expand northward. The closer you are to the coast, the more likely you'll see these showers. They'll be scattered. A few of them will be capable of a brief heavy downpour. Most locations will be lucky to have a tenth of an inch of rain out of this. But the key point here is that if you have any outdoor activities, bring an umbrella with you and just be prepared for a passing shower here or there, especially in the afternoon and evening. Again, not a washout, but a bit of a nuisance. Due to these showers, temperatures will not be as warm as what they were yesterday, where we were in the lower to mid 80s and well above normal. Expect temperatures basically in the upper 70s to lower 80s, still above normal for this time of year by a good 10 degrees, but not as warm as what we saw yesterday. And certainly with the cloud cover, well, if you decide to go to the beach today, it'd be a little bit more difficult to get that suntan with all the clouds in the area. So why do we have the clouds in the area? Well, because of those disturbances moving through the region, producing a significant amount of cloud cover. Now, I want to show you the water vapor satellite picture. I think this gives you a better idea because you can see the cloud cover and you can see some lifting here. So I have a little bit more of colder cloud tops sprinkled in here. But let's take a look at the water vapor and zoom out to North America. And you can see this stream of moisture from the subtropical jet stream lifting up through the Gulf of Mexico, the eastern Gulf of Mexico, and right up the east coast. That's tropical moisture that's being drawn northward. And then here's our polar trough starting to dig towards the Great Lakes and eventually heading towards our neck of the woods. This upper level low, don't worry about it. It'll start to minor out and collapse as it's moving east. Not a big deal, but it will support and connect with this trough here that will drive a strong polar cold front through the region on Saturday. And by Sunday, it is going to be significantly cooler behind that trough. So again, not a major storm is developing. I don't see that in any way, shape, or form, but certainly unsettled weather conditions through the week. The best weather conditions, I think, will be on Thursday and Friday and on Sunday when high pressure is in control. So let's take a look at the latest model guidance using the European model guidance from the Penn State UWall website. For today, again, we have those disturbances moving through. Not any significant storm in any way, shape, or form for today, but watch out for a few showers. Temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s. For tomorrow, another disturbance moves through, a little bit more robust at 500 millibars, so the showers will be more scattered than what we're seeing today with more isolated nature. Temperatures will be a bit cooler. Mid to upper 50s for lows, lower to mid 70s for highs. Still above normal, but definitely cooler than today and certainly cooler than what we saw this weekend. On Wednesday, that disturbance spawns another area of low pressure off the east coast. Again, Not a major storm in any way, shape, or form, but a few scattered showers, overcast cloud cover, and winds from the northeast, gusting along the coast 10 to 20 miles per hour sustained, possibly up to 30 miles per hour in gusts. Looking at temperatures in the mid to upper 50s for lows, upper 60s to lower 70s for highs. So you can see that step down towards near normal levels. And then for Thursday and Friday, high pressure will be in control with tranquil weather conditions for the most part. Temperatures ranging in the lower to mid 50s for lows, lower to mid 70s for highs in your urban areas along the coast, upper 60s to lower 70s over the interior. Now take a look at the way the pattern progresses here. Remember that trough that was over the Pacific that I showed you on the water vapor? Well, it comes in and picks up that upper level low spinning around, and it starts to produce what we call a negatively tilted trough. That's when the trough axis is like this, from southeast to northwest. And what that basically means is that we have a cold front that is slowly moving through the Ohio River Valley on Friday with increasing clouds Friday afternoon and evening. And then on Saturday, that cold front moves through with showers, possibly heavy at times, possibly heavy at times, and producing some heavier downpours, especially on Saturday morning. Temperatures will range from the mid to upper 50s for lows and lower to mid 70s for highs as this cold front moves through. Then on Sunday, that cooler air really builds in, and that cool air is going to be pretty impressive as we fall from above normal temperatures starting this week to below normal temperatures by the time we get to Sunday with polar high pressure in control. You can see that trough, negatively tilted trough, really locking in, but starting to developing some blocking here. Temperatures on Sunday, lower to mid 40s over the interior, mid to upper 40s along the coast for lows. High temperatures, upper 50s to lower 60s over the interior, lower to mid 60s along the coast. Much cooler than what we experienced this past weekend. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.